When people usually sign up for a bank account, they just use it for the checking feature and the debit card. But SoFi is one of those banks that do more than just that. First got me interested in this bank account was their high yield savings account because they give some of the best rates in the nation. They're also going to give you a free $300 when you open up an account with them. Today I'm going to show you how to get that $300, tell you why I think this bank is so special, as well as covering all the banking account features, personal loans, credit card, and everything else you need to know. I've also read all the fine print and found all the sneaky stuff they hid in there so that you don't have to. And one thing that they didn't include in their fine print that they should have is to subscribe to this channel because I'm dropping some of the best finance videos every single week. Alright, let's start off by talking about the checking and savings accounts. So these are packaged together, meaning you can't just open up a checkings account or just a savings account. You have to open up both. But don't worry, there's no minimum deposit to open it, and there's no minimum balance, and you're never going to have to pay any fees. So theoretically, you could just open up this bank account and leave it, and you're never going to be charged any fees. You're also going to earn up to $300 when you open up an account and set up direct deposits, but this is a little bit misleading because it's actually pretty hard to get that $300. So when you scroll down to their fine print, it tells you that you're going to have to deposit $5,000 or more within the first 25 days of opening the account to get that $300, or you can deposit $1,000 to $4,999 to get a $50 sign-up bonus. Also, transfers from other banks or money transfer apps like Zelle and Venmo aren't going to count for deposit. It has to come from an employer. So it's actually going to be pretty hard to get that $300. You're going to have to earn at least 6 figures to actually meet that sign-up bonus. But if you can deposit at least $1,000 within 25 days, you can at least get $50, which isn't that bad. Now, the next thing that they're going to give you is $2 million in FDIC insurance, which is pretty good because most banks only give you $250,000. But the way they got this $2 million is they partnered up with other banks like Citizens Bank and First Western to be able to provide you with that extra insurance. Now, what makes this bank account really special is you're going to get 4.60% on all your money in your savings account as long as you have direct deposit. And there's no minimum direct deposit amount to hit this, as long as you have one in 30 days. And if you don't have one in 30 days, there's also a 30-day grace period. And also for your checking account, you're going to get 0.5% of interest on that too, which is pretty cool because pretty much no checking accounts give you interest on your uninvested cash. That's usually just a savings account thing. So to put in perspective how much extra money you're earning from SoFi's savings account compared to a bank like Chase Bank savings account, if you put in $50,000, you'd make over $2,300 just by having your money sitting in SoFi's savings account. But if you put that same $50,000 in Chase's savings account, you'd only get $5. And a lot of other really big banks give you low rates on your savings account, so that's just one example. And the reason that SoFi is able to give such a high rate on their savings account is because they don't have any brick and mortar locations. This is an online only bank, and because they don't have the cost of the physical branches, they can save a lot of money and give you lower rates. Now, if you don't have direct deposit set up with SoFi, you're only going to be earning 1.2%, which is significantly lower. So that savings account is really only worth it if SoFi is your primary bank. Also, you're probably wondering, how are you going to deposit and withdraw cash from ATMs if it's an online-only bank? And to solve this problem, they partnered with over 55,000 free fee ATMs, which is more locations than Chase, Bank of America, and Wells Fargo all combined. And as soon as you open an account with them, they're going to mail you a debit card. And they actually have a really clean designed debit card. Also, their debit card has a really cool feature where it will round up on all your purchases if you turn it on. So for example, if you were to go to the gas station and buy a candy store for $3.25, it's going to charge you $4, but then round up 75 cents and put it in your savings account. And of course, that savings account is going to be earning that high APY, so that money's going to good use. And this will be good for you if money's a little bit tight for you and you have a problem taking large amounts and putting in your savings at one time, because you're not really even going to notice the money that this card's taking. Now, another really cool feature that they have is their vaults. So all a vault is just a subsection inside of your savings account. So it's not like you're opening a new account or anything. There's no new routing number or anything like that. And the point of this is help you to save for something bigger like a car or vacation or house renovation, or just somewhere to park your emergency fund into. And you can set up automatic payments into these vaults to make sure you're hitting your spend goals for all of the things you're saving for. And of course, these different vaults are still going to be earning the 4.6%. So your money's going to be growing over time for the things you're saving for. And with the automatic roundups from the debit card, it's going to be even easier to save. Now let's move on to their personal loans. And if you go on their website and look at their loans tab, you're going to see them advertised for different things like home improvements, credit card consolidation, family planning, travel, and then even wedding loans. And while they advertise and package like it's different types of loans, it's really all just the same thing. You're going to get the same rates and the same amount as any other personal loan, so it doesn't really matter if you're going for debt consolidation or even a wedding. And by the way, don't take out a loan for a wedding. That's just a horrible idea. So you're going to get loans from $5,000 all the way up to $100,000. And also what I really like about these loans is they have a pre-approval program, so they're going to just get a soft pull of your credit score to see if they can match you with any of their loans. And also they fund you a lot quicker than a lot of other loans. You're literally going to get the money in the same exact day that you apply. And these loan terms are going to go from 2 years to 7 years. But the best thing about these loans is there's no penalty for paying them off early. So if an emergency pops up and you're in a pinch and you need some money, you can take out a loan for a pretty low rate and then pay it off early. And for their personal loans, their rates are going to start at 8.99%, which is actually surprisingly good. I'm with PenFed Credit Union, which is one of the best credit unions in America. They're the third largest and they give some of the best loan rates. And their lowest rate is 7.99%. So it's only 1% higher than some of the the lowest rates in America. So if you really need a personal loan, it really isn't that bad of an idea. On their website, they talk a lot about using this loan for debt consolidation for a credit card. And the idea behind this is if you're paying on a credit card, you're most likely paying a super high interest rate, like 20%. So you can get a loan from them as low as 9% and then be saving a lot of money. But I wouldn't suggest this because there's debt consolidation companies that specialize in this and they can give you a rate around 5%. And all their loans are unsecured, meaning that you don't have to put up your house or your car for collateral. So some solid personal loans, and they also offer auto loan refinancing. But here's the thing with their auto loan refinancing. They package it like they're the ones refinancing your auto loan, but it's not actually SoFi Bank that's doing it. They outsource their refinancing to different lenders like AutoPay, which is the same company that Credit Karma uses. And also in the fine print, they mention that it has to be at least $10,000 to refinance. So you're going to be better off going directly to AutoPay or some of the other auto refinance lenders. But that being said, if you still want to manage your car payment through SoFi, you can still enter it in your details and then they'll try to find you the best offer. And you can get a pretty good loan. I know with AutoPay, they're going to give you a rate as low as like 5.5%. So not bad. Just keep in mind that it's not actually SoFi that's doing the refinancing. So let's talk about their investing app. The first thing that they advertise when you go to their website is that they're going to give you up to $1,000 when you sign up with their investing app. But again, if you go down to the fine print, you're going to find that this is pretty misleading. There's only a 0.028% chance that you're actually going to get that $1,000, which gives you a 1 in 3,751 chance. And 85% of the time, you're just going to get that $5. But still a nice little sign-up bonus that they throw in there. And when you look at the app itself, it's going to look a lot like Robinhood's investing app. This app is targeted for people that are newer to investing. And I don't even mind this because when most people sign up for advanced apps like Webull, they try to day trade and they just lose money. This app's going to be good for most people that just invest in index funds and Roth IRAs. So not a bad app. And as you use the app, it's going to give you an overview and kind of teach you as you go along the basics of investing. Also, you can have automated investing turn on. So if you want to set up recurring investments, which is something that I do, and just have part of your paycheck or money come out of your checking account and go into the S&P 500 or a Roth IRA, you can do that really easily. They also offer the ability to buy fractional shares, meaning if you want to buy a stock like Apple, you don't have to pay the full $180 price. You can just buy a fraction of the stock for $5 or however much you want to pay. But even if you know nothing about investing in the stock market and you don't trust these YouTube stock gurus, you can get financial planning from one of their professionals for free. And that's something that's super underrated about this bank that I don't see a lot of people talking about, because they'll help you build a personalized budget and also tell you which investments are going to make sense for you personally. Now let's talk about their credit card. The credit card pretty much looks identical to their debit card, but it's in the SoFi blue color. And this is one of my favorite catch-all credit cards. So it'll give you a flat 2% back on all your purchases, but there's a way to get 2.2%, which I'll cover in a minute. You're also going to get 3% on travel when booked through SoFi. And there's a lot of 2% credit cards on the market, but there's a couple things that come with this credit card that make it stand out from all the rest. First is that you get cell phone protection. So if you pay your cell phone bill with this credit card and then you break it or drop it or lose it, they're actually going to fix or replace your phone for you, which is a really nice benefit and something that I should do because I've already broken my phone twice this year. And cell phone protection is quite expensive, so some nice value that they throw in there for a zero annual fee card. You're also going to get the benefits that come with a World Elite MasterCard, which includes $5 monthly Lyft credits. So even if you barely use this card, you're still going to save some money on Lyfts and get free cell phone insurance. They also throw in 0 foreign transaction fees, so if you want to use this card overseas, they're not going to charge you any extra money for that. And if you join SoFi Plus, all you have to do to get in SoFi Plus is set up direct deposits. It's the same thing that you have to do to get that 4.6% on the savings account. You're going to get 2.2% back on this credit card. So just a notch more than you're going to get with all the other catch-all credit cards like the Citi Double Cash or the Wells Fargo Active Cash. Also, they have one of the nicest stadiums in the world, SoFi Stadium. And if you're a member with them, you can skip the line and get into the stadium really easily and also have access to the SoFi Lounge. Both the Chargers and Rams play at the stadium, so this is really only going to benefit you if you're in Southern California, but I actually am in Southern California. I can't say I go to a lot of Rams and Chargers games, but if I do, then it might not be a bad idea to join SoFi. They also offer insurance, but they do the same thing that they do with their refinancing. They outsource this to Experian, so Experian is going to find you the best offer from different companies, and then they're going to set you up with insurance from whatever company offers you the lowest rate. So there's some really great things that come with this bank, but this bank is still going to get a lot of hate because they've only been around since 2011, so they're still a new company, and they're trying to be innovative and change the game up, so naturally there's going to be a lot of haters on SoFi. Also, there's no physical branches, so if you like going into banks and talking to someone in real life, this might not be the best option for you. Let me know what experiences you guys had with SoFi, and if I missed anything down in the comments. And go check out my video on other high-yield savings account after this one.